What if an appliance emergency didn't have to be? If your appliances suddenly decided they were done, don't stress. Best Buy has you covered with a wide variety of major appliances from trusted brands, in stock and available now. So you don't have to worry about laundry piling up, refilling the fridge, or that big dinner party you're hosting. Because Best Buy has the knowledge and expertise to get you the right appliance for your home. Learn more at bestbuy.com. Best Buy. Imagine that.
Right now, of course, it's summer, and in Minnesota, that means it's the perfect time to explore one of the state's most cherished traditions. And it all starts with getting one word right.
She said, oh, come visit my home with me, and you can meet my grandma, and we can take a sauna. And I said, a what? She said, a sauna. And I said, a sauna? You mean a sauna?
Yeah.
And she said, oh, no, don't ever say it that way. My grandmother would hate you forever. She's a Finn, and it's sauna.
Leah Horton lives and saunas in Minnesota, home to the highest populations of Norwegians, Swedes, and Finns outside of Europe. And here, sauna culture isn't just a wellness trend, it's a living tradition that's become uniquely American. I'm Aislyn Greene, and this is Unpacked America 250, where we celebrate the traditions that make America, America. So yes, it is summer right now, but Minnesota's sauna culture is very entwined with winter, and Leah, well, she knows about Minnesota winters. She was born in St. Paul, raised partly in San Diego, then returned to Minnesota for college and hit what she called a very rude awakening.
There were many years where I wish I was kidding, but I was just flat out miserable. And I didn't understand that all of a sudden I wasn't getting constant vitamin D. I didn't know all of these things. I just thought I have to figure out a way to live here and not want to actively hide or die 6 months out of the year. It's just so awful.
So out of desperation and inspired by her friend's Finnish grandmother, Leah tried a little neighborhood place in St. Paul called Awaken for Wellness, which had private infrared saunas.
And I bought myself a 5-pack so I could go once a week for 5 weeks. And at that point, that was a pretty big investment for me. But it was an absolute winter game changer. I would walk outside afterward and I would be in a t-shirt and jeans in, 10-degree weather if I was lucky that it was that warm. And I would feel fantastic, sometimes even a little overheated.
That was the seed. Today, Leah co-runs Sylvae Spiritus, a nature retreat in Finlayson, Minnesota. Yes, Finlayson. And there she guides people through this ancient tradition. To understand sauna culture in Minnesota, you have to go back to the late 1800s when waves of Finnish immigrants came for lumber work and mining.
A lot of the Finns, when they were first homesteading, their very first structure on the land would be a sauna. And that was because there was a strong bathing culture that went along with it. It was the cleanest, healthiest place where people would bathe, and also women would have babies in their saunas because of the cleanliness of the atmosphere. So it'd be sauna first, and then the barn maybe, and then their home.
But Finnish settlers weren't the only ones with heat-based healing traditions.
The Native Americans who still live here now, we've got the Ojibwe people and the Dakota people who have a very long tradition and history of sweat lodges. So very similar.
Different cultures, but the same wisdom about the power of heat, cold, and community. Modern sauna culture in Minnesota centers around what's called the thermic cycle. And while that infrared sauna first ushered Leah into the world of warmth, she experienced the complete thermic cycle for the first time at a beautiful wood-fired sauna overlooking Lake Superior.
Hot, cold, rest, rehydrate, repeat. And as I'm standing outside, there are people, tourists, walking past, because this is a very tourist-friendly area right there. And it's the middle of winter, and I'm standing there in my bathing suit, and I have to break ice in a bucket to get to the water underneath, and I'm ladling ice water on top of myself in a swimsuit in the middle of winter in Minnesota.
So I asked Leah, what's it like to go through this cycle at Sylvae Spiritus, and what is actually happening to your body?
what's happening in the hot portion, physiologically, our capillaries are expanding, and so our blood flow is getting incredibly efficient, which feels really good. We end up having a heightened heart rate, much like if you were on a, let's say, moderate workout. Additionally, your blood pressure goes down because of that expanding capillary system.
And then comes that cold.
We've got a bucket with a ladle, and you can do it gently. We've got 2 side-by-side cold plunge tubs, where you can do a full immersion up to the neck. And then for the not faint of heart, we've got a bucket shower that you can just pull this cord and a whole bucket dumps on you.
As unpleasant as that might sound to the uninitiated, this is a really important part of the cycle.
Your capillaries immediately retract, so your blood pressure will go back to normal, and your heart rate within 10 seconds after that spike of, oh, it's cold, will immediately go down, and go down quite far. But if you give yourself just a minute to gain control of your breathing, you can find that you're standing on a platform, again, summer, sure, or middle of winter, in your swimsuit, and you're just perfectly comfortable. And it gives you incredible grace and freedom of being outdoors and connected to nature in all seasons, no matter how it shows up.
There's a Finnish proverb that Leah loves. All are created equal, but nowhere more so than in a sauna.
Be in community with other people in a hot room where all people are created equal because everybody's sweaty and everybody's uncomfortable and everybody's faces are red. It's this great equalizer and connector.
This philosophy has shaped the sauna renaissance happening across Minnesota right now.
Every single organization brings their own piece. There's a couple of people who do a Russian banya, people who have trailers and they take them from lake to lake to lake. There is Cedar and Stone, for example, that really focuses on this luxury experience. And then there's ours where we offer people not only opportunities for community sessions, but we offer people opportunities for private sessions so they can come and really figure out what works for them and what doesn't. This is a way to really quiet our bodies, quiet our minds, and just be present with what it is that we're feeling at any given point in time. Grief can come out, ecstatic joy, bliss often arises, but no matter what the feeling is, it's all welcome here.
Finally, I asked Leah the $1 million sauna question. How do you feel about winter now?
I personally love winter now. I never in a million years thought I would say something like that. And it has completely changed my relationship with winter, 100%.
And this is the secret.
What sauna teaches is resilience, where it's like, yes, this might be physically uncomfortable in this moment, but soon it will not be. And I've felt worse than this before. This is fine. I'm okay. This will be just fine. And so I find myself much more calmer in winter and able to really settle into that slow, mindful, thoughtful, generative space of the season. Back to that seed, right? It's that underground snoozing that's also prepping. Or this acorn has all the information it needs to become an oak tree. But right now, it's just taking its time.
From Finnish homesteaders building saunas before houses to modern Minnesotans creating mobile sauna trailers and forest retreats, sauna culture shows us how immigrant traditions don't just survive in America, they evolve and they thrive, creating new ways for us to connect with one another and the land around us. So whether you're looking for a healing adventure or just a really good sweat followed by a really cold plunge, Minnesota offers it all. For Unpacked America 250, I'm Aislyn Greene. Stay curious, stay connected, and remember, it's sauna, not sauna. The Finnish grandmothers are listening.
The new year brings new health goals and wealth goals. Protecting your identity is an important step. Your info is in endless places that could expose you to identity theft, leading to lost funds. LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Resolve to make identity health and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit lifelock.com/podcast. Terms apply.